all, and welcome to Rita's Kitchen. I'm doing Meal Prep 101 today. The first thing I want to start with is I'm going to show you guys kind of what I start off with for my utensils and everything I need before I start cooking my food. I have a water bottle here that I use every day. This is 64 ounces of water. Half your body weight in ounces is what you should be consuming every day. So once I fill this sucker up and drink the whole thing, I'm fulfilling my water. Also, if you do drink coffee, every coffee you drink, you should drink 2 additional waters. I have my protein shaker with my little ball in it. It helps me with shaking up my protein on the run. This little ball is a needed thing. I have my measuring cups. That's cup, half cup, quarter cup, everything I need to measure my food with. I have my food scale also for measuring and weighing. My teaspoon, tablespoon measuring, as well as my food containers, which I like to have a container that's sectional to not mix up my food. I also have mini containers which help with measuring. If I don't want to measure something out, I know this is a half a cup if I fill it up. And I also have mason jars, and I make a lot of different mason recipes, which are really great to have in the fridge at night when you just need a snack on. I also have all my pans ready to go for my baking. I do use a grill as well, which is right here, my griddle, for my pancakes as well as my grilling. And lastly, I have to have my coconut oil spray or my olive oil spray, which doesn't add any additional calories really to my foods. I have my meal to go bag to put all my stuff in. And I also have my food list prepared of what I need to prepare. I write in a little whiteboard so I know what to start with, what to finish with, and I wipe it off every time I'm done. And that is what I need to get started. And then I will show you next what foods I have out to get ready. Hello, I'm back. So now I'm going to take you through my protein, fat, and carb choices for the week. I usually just spread everything on a table, and then I get my list and I basically cook everything from, I start my proteins, and then while my proteins are cooking, I'll throw in my veggies, which are mostly boiled. My proteins I usually grill or I'll bake depending on what I want to do that day. And then my carbohydrate sources, I'll have those cooking. Actually, I'll do those secondary to my veggies, because my veggies will cook quicker. So just taking you through kind of what I'm doing for the week. I'm doing chicken breast, which I like whole, boneless chicken breast. I like turkey tips because it's like 26 grams of protein in 4 ounces. I like wild shrimp, and I usually do a tuna steak. I also really like ground turkey because it's very easy to mix with rice, and sometimes I'll make turkey burgers. And I really like steak tips because they're very lean and fat. Going over to my carbohydrate sources, I'm going to be eating sweet potatoes. I love these steamable sweet potatoes because they cook really easy and they're smaller, so they're not as much carbohydrates. I love brown rice, so I do brown rice as well, just regular long grain brown rice. I do polenta. Polenta is really great. It's lower in carbs and it tastes like mashed potatoes, so I do that as another choice. For breakfast choices, I usually do quick oats, which are very easy to mix, and I sometimes put a scoop of whey protein in them. And then I will do protein pancakes from Kodiak. Love these buttermilk pancakes. There's 14 grams of protein in them, and sometimes I add another scoop of whey in these to give it more protein as well as more egg whites. Then moving on to my greens, I love to have a lot of green veggies. It really helps counteract with the protein that I have with the fiber. I love broccoli, that's a staple, Brussels sprouts, green beans. You can also use the canned green beans, just watch the sodium content. Peppers, I love in my omelets, and then I use a ton of spinach. The next kind of staples that I use every week is egg whites. I go through 2 cartons a week of these. They're very easy to use. Take the cover off, pour it in a cup, and you're all set. There's 27 grams of protein in 1 cup of egg whites. I also use cottage cheese as well in a lot of different recipes, and also in the morning it's a great snack to start off, or breakfast item. This one happens to be the Friendship, which is on the food list. This is the low sodium one, which is no salt in it. So this is really excellent to have with some sliced almonds on top. Next thing I use for my fats, a lot of my fat choices, I'll use PB2, which is a powdered peanut butter, very easy to blend and put in things. Avocados, of course. I use grass-fed butter. I like Kerry's Irish Gold, but this one happened to be on sale this week, so I got this one. And of course, I also use regular whole eggs, which is a great source of natural fat. So that's my list of foods. The next section, I'll take you through my condiments and how I spice up my foods. Thank you. Hello, welcome back. Now I'm going to show you all the condiments and spices and whatnot that I use to create my creations every week, so I stay on track, eat healthy, and my food tastes really good. Again, you need the coconut oil spray or olive oil spray, great staple. If you really want to buy the coconut oil, you can buy the Spectrum brand. It's really great to put in the pan. Coconut oil heats much hotter than regular oil, so just watch that. I always add like some diced tomatoes to my chicken or to my omelette, so I'll have that. And I always add some pumpkin to my baked goods and my protein bars. For my chicken, I usually season it with this Chick Magnet spice. I love it. It's Denny and Mike's from Whole Foods. I also love salt and pepper. And this is a staple, Himalayan pink sea salt. You can buy it anywhere. I got mine from TJ Maxx. It has a little bit more spice to it versus the regular salt. As far as my other stuff that I like to make my chicken taste really good with is garlic powder. I definitely use buffalo wing sauce for my grilled chicken. I have teriyaki, low sodium, of course, sauce. The sodium content, I try to stay under 350 milligrams if it's a sauce. If at all, use it at all. Another great staple is honey mustard. You can put on anything, very low in carb. As far as my baked goods go, I definitely love to use agave nectar to add in a little sweetness. I don't use too much of that, just a drop. Honey as another natural sweetener. And another great way to kind of sweeten something is vanilla extract. For my pancakes, I usually use sugar-free Vermont syrup, if I even need it at all. They're usually very moist, so I don't need much syrup. For my rice, I actually cook with organic chicken broth to make my rice taste really moist. So I'll boil water in this instead of regular water. For additive to make my chicken taste good as well, sometimes I'll saute my chicken and put a little white wine in it. For my ground turkey, I love making my ground turkey with this taco skillet seasoning spice. It's good, it's low in sodium, and it makes it really juicy. You can get this at Whole Foods. They don't have it at Stop and Shop. And lastly, to kind of like bring with my ground turkey, I like to have some mild salsa, really low in calorie, great for the side addition. For my salads, I use fat-free balsamic from Trader Joe's. Great way to just put some dressing on with very low carb. For my baked goods, I like to use coconut flour because it is basically 4 net carbs in it. It's great to bake with instead of regular flour. I use my almond milk, vanilla, unsweetened. This is another staple for me. I don't always use whey protein, so I'll use this rice protein from Sun Warrior. You can get it at Vitamin Shop. And then I'll use some traditional whey protein as well, like SFH, which is found at our gym. And then again, I'll always add pumpkin to my baked goods to make them taste really good, as well as that vanilla extract, which is the 2 that I usually add. And that's it for really my condiments. I don't really spice a ton of stuff. These are all I need to get started, and once you buy them, you'll have them for a while, so you don't need to continue to buy them. The only thing I continue to buy a lot is the spray, because I use that a lot. And next, I'm going to take you through kind of just my meals and how I prepare them and get those going, and that's it. All right, outside on a beautiful day, grill my chicken, my turkey tips, and my steak tips. My seasoning, my sea salt, I'm all set. Love it. Fit life. That's that. Hello, all, back in action, done with my meal prep. Just take you through a couple things that I've meal prepped. So I made my protein pancakes. I made my protein pumpkin oat bars, homemade. Recipe will come next week. I also made some protein chocolate vanilla bars. I made my egg white frittata, peppers and onions in that. I have my cottage cheese with sugar-free jam and chia seeds. I have all my meals made. I have about 2, 4, 6, 7 meals made. This is gonna get me through 3 days, 3.5 days. I have ground turkey. I have shrimp, green beans, rice, sweet potato, chicken, broccoli, steak, polenta, Brussels sprouts, and some yummy turkey tips that I made. I'm gonna cut up my natural fats and put it on there. I also put some butter for my natural fats here as well. And then I will have some olive oil on the side and some coconut oil for my natural fats. Other than that, the only thing I have left to do is the dry stuff, like my rice cakes, my oatmeal, and my protein powder. And then I'm good to go. I'm ready to start my week off right, and I hope you guys enjoy these videos and learn something from them. And I will continue to do them to motivate you and give you ideas to make your life more fit and more successful.